and welcome back to Out of War here. We're in the Arctic winter, of course. So in the last episode there, I kind of did a little bit of preparation work on a pathway up to our mine platform here. And today we're going to go ahead and pave that. So I went ahead there and bought this truck. It is, let me just double check, it is the Petworth one, about 170k there, so not too bad at all. It is a 10 meter capacity it will hold, and our little paving machine here holds just over a 5 meter capacity. So out of a full load on this truck, I should be getting, 2 go-arounds with this paver here. But we'll see how that goes, if I can manage to not waste any of this asphalt load here. I went ahead there and threw some chain tires onto this truck as well. So the area that we're loading my truck in is a little bit of distance away, so there's going to be a bit of driving back and forth, of course, but that's no problem. It'd be nice if it'd start tipping, so okay, I'm gonna call that good enough for now. We can go ahead here and pull our little truck up to the side. Now I've put all our other vehicles into our inventory there, so I can just go ahead and tab between the 2 vehicles that I'm using at the moment. Let's go ahead and start paving here, see if we don't get stuck up too much. Okay, getting a little bit caught there. Let's realign ourselves. Doesn't have to be perfect, just has to be serviceable. Okay, we're getting caught. Let me jump out there. May have to do quite a bit of work by hand here, so I just want to turn it really. Or we can perhaps just do a little bit of digging here. Give that a quick smooth. Perhaps that will do. Let's go ahead and check. There we go. A little bit rough, but that's okay. It's hard to work on this ground with that top layer of ice. At least that's my excuse, you know. Okay, let's back that up. Back in our truck here. Okay, and what we can do now is drive ahead here over to our asphalt loading facility and get another load going in this truck here. I'll tab back over to my paver then. So I think over the next couple of episodes I want to keep improving this road network, kind of get a few paths, open up a few more mining potentials. I mean, the map is huge. It would be a shame to not explore it some bit here, in my opinion at least. Here you can see our hopper at the back of our general store that is set up to load up this truck for us. And you can see why I put the chain tires in it, just so we're not having too much of an issue there. Let's just get that lined up a little bit better. That should do. And I'm not actually creating asphalt in any of our facilities. I know that we have some gravel, but I'm just going ahead into the store here. Asphalt, and I'm grabbing a full stack of them, 999. Put them into our hopper, and we can manually consume them then, which is going to give us, we're not overloading our truck, we're giving ourselves a little bit of room there. So you could do this slightly more efficiently. You know, I'm not getting 2 full loads into my paver each time, but it's not too bad. So let's go ahead and haul this asphalt back over to where we need it at. A little bit underpowered this truck, but it's on the cheaper side, you know. But it's nice to have little vehicles like this, you know, not to be using a big rock truck like I did last time to load the asphalt machine there. It didn't really feel too, you know, authentic, let's say. Alright, we need to turn this around here at some point and back it in. Let's use our little Y junction here. That will do nicely. I should probably go ahead and put these tires on all my vehicles. I do like the aesthetic of it. It feels pretty nice actually. And I'm sure it does help mechanically some bit. Surely it must. So let's get back in our paver here and continue down our little path. Let's back it up slightly there. We can start paving. A bit of shame there that I can't keep a straight line, that ice is encroaching on our asphalt, but that's okay, you know. It just needs to be a pad, it doesn't need to be too pretty. Yeah, back into the truck then. Go forward a little bit and get myself lined up here. Don't fall over, please. Okay, and we're lined up pretty decently there. So it would be nice if my asphalt would start tipping around now, so I'm not dumping it all. Like, this is crazy. I feel like I'm gonna waste some here. Yeah, that's not a great. Okay. I did get a full load in the hopper this time, so maybe I should go ahead there and put 2,000 asphalt in that truck just to see if I can save myself a couple of journeys there, which I think we're going to go ahead and do the next time we travel down. Which will be after this load, obviously. It's reasonably flat so far. We got hung up once at the start, which wasn't great, but it seems to be fairly decent now, I would say at least. Okay, we can park her up there. Let's throw the rest of this asphalt into that paver and go and get ourselves another full load, or a bigger full load this time, I should say. Okay. There we go, that will do nicely. It's an amazing little game, this, all the different aspects to it. I do enjoy the kind of exploration side of the game. It is like the size of this map, I don't have the words to kind of put into it, the scale of things. There's just giant mountains everywhere that we can mine. But anyway, back to our little road network here. Right, here we are. We can back her up. I'll try and get it in the center there, so missed by quite a bit there. Now, here we go, that should do, I would say. So let's go ahead and try 2,000 this time, why not? So that's a 30k load. Good way to spend some money in the game if you are very wealthy and looking for something to do, I would imagine. And let's go forward there just slightly. Yeah, 2,000 is Probably too much. I know, I mean, we are overloaded, but we didn't get any spill over the side really. So I'll take that as a win. And hopefully we'll get two full loads out of the paver of this. I'm sure that we will, as long as I don't waste too much of it, that is. There's always a strong possibility that I will spill some of this when trying to load that machine there. Here we go. And we're lined up again. Let's go. Ooh. Here. Okay. So this truck seems a lot more actually designed for this, I would say. Like I said, I used the rock truck to load that paver before, and it went fine, but yeah, it was far from ideal. Okay, let's see how far more down this path we're gonna make us. I'm gonna do another pass, of course, going up to get that other side there. I think I was a little bit ambitious by how far away I parked the truck that time. I was hoping to make it a little bit harder than we are, but that's okay. Sliding, kind of catching on the side here. Okay, let's pull it up there. Okay, that's wonderful. And we can start tipping. Careful, careful. Oop. Nice, yeah. So I think we've kind of figured out the load on the truck there a bit better. Some progress has been made in that regard. Be good of our number to start paving there. Let's go. Bring her on. Bit of a dip here in front of us. What looks like we're going to make us. Without getting caught up with the actual paving part of the machine at the back there. And this part up here is very rough. I'll be surprised if we don't get a problem here. Kinda making it, okay. Let's just dump out the remaining bit of this here and get rid of it. Kinda judge how far we're gonna get. We're not gonna make it all the way to our existing road with that, but let's try at least. Yeah, quite a hollow there. That's gonna eat up a lot of asphalt, I would imagine. Or are we gonna make it? Make it, please. Maybe. We actually did. Okay, we're gonna miss a slight bit there, but that's okay. Alright, let's get ourselves some more asphalt. Now getting down the hill was the easy part. Let's see if that little paver can make it up the hill. I wouldn't say it's underpowered, I'd say it's like it works kind of as you would expect it. You do need a fairly flat surface, and I'm actually surprised that it worked on this kind of path that I roughly cut out here. But it works. Now, is it pretty? No, it is not pretty. But I do find myself kind of driving up and down the road instead of fast travelling between locations. So it's good for enjoyment in the game, I would say. Okay, we're reasonably lined up there. A little bit more. Let's go ahead here and get ourselves another load. A little bit janky this, he just needs to add a button here so I can max out this without having to type in the number each time. But I shouldn't complain. Wait for that terraforming to lock. I'm not sure if it affects the hopper, but I'm going ahead and assume that it affects everything. Okay. Yeah, go forward a little bit there already. A little bit more. Yeah, so we're wasting a little bit there. Probably the full load for this truck is closer to 1750 or 1800 of that asphalt there. But we have money to burn right now, so we won't complain about it. Now actually what I'm thinking is we could continue our little road here down this valley straight down there. Let's take a look at the map quick. Yeah, so like you can see the scale of our road already is pretty much nothing in terms of this map. And we're not even centered, the center is here. Yeah, we have quite a lot more play to do around here before I would consider this map anywhere close to being like finished or near completion. Okay, so we need to swing this around here. Yeah, I should have thought this out a little bit better actually. We need to go ahead and swing that paver around firstly. So let's come out here to our reasonably flat surface and get it turned. So we have a little bit of dirt showing through our asphalt here. Let's go ahead and make it seem like that's not there. Oop. Slowly, slowly. Not lined up perfectly here, so let's see. Still worked out okay. I think I was a little bit lucky there, to be honest. So I think I'm going to pave this little offshoot to the right here before I continue back up the way I came there. So we can start paving here. Okay, so there is a bump here in the road, which is oh, okay, so I did in fact spill some, that's what that is. That is flattened out nicely there. Very nice. Okay. Let's get that paver on. I know we're paving over existing pavement, but that's okay. Let's turn it to the left there. And hopefully we can make it up this hill. It's not too bad, but it is rough. Quite rough. Yeah, and you can see we're really kind of scraping on the ground there. But I believe, okay, there's not a chance in hell we're getting up there. We need to realign here. and cut back in. Yeah, I have quite a bit of work to do there. Let's get out of here and see if we can quickly fix this. But I get the feeling it's not a quick fix situation. Let's take the edge off here and see if that will help us in any way. Yeah, this is a mess. Okay, let's try and get my camera down there. Zoom in a little bit so I can see better. I mean, to me that doesn't look bad, but I probably need to come from the top down is the problem here. Let's see if I can make it up to the top with this pavement. You can see there we don't have a whole lot of clearance. Okay, we can get up to the top, we should be good. This is only kind of an offshoot of the main road, it doesn't have to be like 2 machines wide with asphalt, I would say, but I will try, of course. Yeah, let's give some room for the little truck to back up there. Excuse me. Okay. Let's take it from the top and see how it goes. Actually, let's go ahead here and flatten out this. Don't forget, and I'll be turning vehicles over in frustration until I remember. Okay, that will do. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay. Did we loosen there? I feel like that's not a full load in our paver. Let's get the rest of this in there then. Okay, it's still not a full load, but it's gonna have to do. Let's park this truck up here and make use of what we have. Tab into my paver there. Get myself lined up here. Okay, that should do nicely. There we go. Okay, it's going chewing through my asphalt there on the uneven ground. So, why did we miss that bit there is my question. And we're not going to be able to back up, so we're going to continue forward and come back around to get that. Okay, we are all kinds of caught up here. It's not good. Indeed, we are stuck. Okay, let's jump out here and dig ourselves out. So, bogged down in here in the middle, it kind of feels like. Just bogged down in general. Okay, there's no way I'm getting that out of there, I don't think. See, like, the digging with the pickaxe helps, but then you just flatten it out and it just does not help. In my experience, at least. Okay, let's go ahead and try there at least. And there's a big hole there. Okay. Let's just try and get you out of here. Okay, I'll take that. Okay, so I need to get this back up to the top there. We have a bit more work to do. You know, it's not too smart to try and turn there on that jaggedy hill. Okay, we're just sliding sideways. We'll go ahead and turn it here, I'm pretty sure. You can see my paving attachment on the back there is all kind of lopsided, unfortunately. It's probably the reason why we wasted quite a lot of that asphalt that time. I'm still very much learning the game, if it's not extremely obvious watching. That's okay, we all start somewhere. Yeah, that is jaggedy as hell. I'm gonna have to get out there with the shovel and fix that, or it will drive me crazy. Up the hill, please. Alright, so one more full load with my little truck there should complete this for me. This little section at least. And we'll try and take this paver up that hill that we just came down, which will be interesting, to say the least. I don't think we're getting all the way up that hill without an issue, but we'll try it. My little company bank there, all out on its own. I need to actually go ahead and purchase that decorations pack and see if there's any more buildings we can use to kind of make this area seem not populated, but like, since we have the mining boom here now, like things are coming to this you know, part of the world. It'd be nice to have like some, I don't know, caravans that workers can sleep in, etc. Some more like permanent style buildings. Let's go ahead here and get ourselves some more asphalt. Or I guess I could manually build those buildings out of timber and concrete there, but I'm you know, not that way mentally inclined to make nice buildings myself. Yeah, we're putting too much in. I should have fixed that this time, but it skipped my mind. Alrighty, there we go. That will do it nicely. I was watching, I think it was Kerber's video, and I seen that they had these different variations of the trucks, you know. So he's a good channel, he's very like knowledgeable. I've learned a lot of things from him, so it was kind of nice to see that there's these different style trucks for doing this kind of work. Or else I'd be out here with my huge rock truck kind of making a whole mess of it again. But it like feels like we're semi-doing things correctly this time. Of course I need to get a grader and fix this ground, but I've played around with the grader, and I don't know, I think just putting a dozer with a roller afterwards is kind of what I'm content to do to make a pass on this map. Maybe on other maps it is like better to use the grader, but I'm happy enough with this process. We're kind of out here in the middle of nowhere as well. The roads should be a bit janky and, you know, far from perfect, let's just say. Alrighty, let's get some more asphalt down here then. Okay, so let's go ahead here and figure out what happened here. Okay, so I guess it's just a big lip, so my actual paving attachment skipped over the top instead of touching the ground. There is what I'm gonna go ahead and assume what happened. But we're gonna go ahead and try and get that there. Yeah. I guess I missed coming over to smooth this out. But that's okay. Alrighty, let's try and get it with this pass. So let's go ahead there, park you up. We're kind of slanted and all over the place here, but let's just get this done. Okay, so it just stops working as I'm coming over there, and I'm not going to be able to back that up. I can back it up slightly. Yeah, it cuts out there, but that's okay. That is okay, my friends. Alrighty. That's that bit. I'm gonna call that complete. Let's go ahead here and get this turned around. Let's get a little chunk of this done here, maybe. So on the way back up, I'm gonna try and keep my the left side of that paving machine kind of attached to the, or not attached, but aligned where I've already paved. And if we're missing a little bit at the side, then that's not so much of an issue, you know. At least the middle will be full. But it does spread it quite well there. It has a big spread. And it's not like a gigantic wide road. It is, you know, reasonably wide, but nothing crazy. And as expected, I'm getting all kinds of cut up here, but that's okay. We can get up there. Beautiful. Okay, keep going, keep going. Yeah, this is not ideal. Dig you out just ever so slightly there. Okay, so it's not in fact the back that we're cut up on, it's the front. Alright, let's just back this out of here for now. Try and get the rest of my little Y junction done there. I shouldn't have come this way, I don't know why I did that. But that's okay. We'll go and realign ourselves here. And hopefully we can make it up this side with no problem. Okay, we're sliding there, but let's go ahead and put that paver on. Okay. Not too bad, we can take another little pass this way, why not? Okay, let's line that up a little bit better, please. Okay, that should do. Get this out as a little print screen there. Okay, let's take you forward and lower that. If I remember my keybinds, there we go. Put all my vehicles in my inventory to use tab, and I keep forgetting to do it. Alrighty, so let's not get too much of this ice here, but let's try and get this dirt covered up. That's fine, it's fine. Okay, hopefully we can make it all the way here. Or to the platform, I should say. Don't think we're going to somehow. Maybe, please, be kind. Please. Yes. Okay. Alrighty. I know that the surface is flat, you can kind of see all the dips and the hollows a lot more than you can when it's just dirt. Let's get you little lines to try and get up this hill then. Another couple of loads of asphalt then, and we should be done with this little section. Alrighty, here we go. Oops. Nice, another vehicle for my collection there. I kind of need to make a parking ladder of some sort where I can kind of park them all up and display them. And the vehicles do actually break if you, like, I haven't used that paving machine now for quite a while, so when I jumped into it, I needed to replace 4 different parts there. So when you kind of leave them out in the weather, they are still, you know, deteriorating and such, so I don't know if it's actually more efficient to keep them in your inventory. You would assume that they don't break if you were storing them, but you don't really get a whole lot of space, you know. If you like buy a few things, you're kind of struggling for space. I mean, it's not a small inventory, obviously, but you can see there my vehicles are kind of like all over the place. And if I have some blocks, and you know, you always gonna have these three items at least, and your dynamite and detonator and your cables, and your ceilings, and yeah. The inventory maybe could use a little bit of like work to make it, you know, if you want to put some vehicles in your inventory, just make a space for that or something. But I'm rambling, excuse me. Alright, so we said we're going to try maybe... Okay, so if you click and drag right, it actually changes the number for you. So let's go ahead there. I didn't know that. So click and drag left, down, click and drag right up. That's actually very nice indeed. Let's go ahead here and try about 1750 asphalt. So we're not overloading this truck and breaking it. Okay. A little bit more forward there, at the back of that. We're still over. Yeah, I mean, it's still too much. It's fine, it's fine. These things don't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Having fun, that's all that matters really, right? It's nice that you can see where we started here behind us and how it's going over here. It's a shame that this first mine, I wouldn't call it abandoned, but I don't really have too many more plans to, you know, continue. But, you know, maybe I can continue my tunnel under that hill there and build a road network with a tunnel through that kind of hill there, small hill, out to the other side. Could be something to keep me entertained for a couple hours, or a couple of days actually. And of course, if we continue our little shelf up here, we're going to eventually come out to the other side of that mountain there in front of us. Excuse me, I'm clipping the camera with the pylons there. Alrighty, here we go. Yeah. Okay, we lost a little bit there, but it's not the end of the world. We still have at least one full load on this. Alrighty, let's not be too ambitious this time and park a million miles away. So if we could get to there, I would call that a success. Right, so we're... Now the smart person would just pick this machine up into their inventory and drop it at the top of the hill and come back down again, but as you can see, I do enjoy the struggle. Okay. Yeah, we're just catching already. I need to keep out from this edge. Let's just go ahead in here and whack it a couple of times with the pickaxe. You can just imagine that this side here is going to be janky and a problem. Alright, let's try it like that for now. Doing it much better. Okay. Need to move that truck, unfortunately, but that's alright, no big deal. Throw the parking brake on there. Okay. You can go ahead and fill that up again there, why not? Line you up. May spill a little bit there, let's see how it goes, hopefully not. So let's go ahead and get this truck facing for home. Okay, we kind of sliding sideways there, catching on the edge again. That's okay, let's just get up this little bit here, and it smoothens out considerably, I believe. There we go. Oop, sliding, catching. May take a little bit of work to get through here, but got lucky, I would say. Okay, wait, so we can back her up. Maybe one full load here might do it while we're here actually. Before I forget, let's do a little bit of smoothing here. So the asphalt, it doesn't actually improve anything, it is just the texture. But you know, it doesn't, like if you're driving or the dirt or the asphalt, it is pretty much the same thing. But I like it. And my windmills, I mean, when I first started putting those down, I did quite enjoy them, but the more I look at them, the more ugly I think it is. Kind of like real life rice. When you see one the first time, you're amazed, and then you just think, ugh, it is like an eyesore. So, I'm thinking I'm not going to do any more windmills. Hopefully, well, eventually the next or the next kind of production line we do will be a coal plant. But that's a little bit further down the line. I still have quite a lot of mining to do ahead of me and kind of road building before we get to more production plants. Alrighty, so let's just try that out. So how did I do this? So I want to click and drag right. Very nice. Very efficient indeed. Wonderful. Alright, let's get this coal and consume. Now, if we're lucky, this will be the last little trip here with our asphalt truck, but we have to come back for a little bit more. It is no problem. No problem at all. And the pylons, I mean, they're effective, but it would be nice if you could, like, guess timber ones perhaps. Make it, at least where I live, they're out in the countryside, kind of the middle of nowhere. They're going to be wooden more so than those metal ones. Okay. Kind of all just goes at once. Maybe I need to improve my skill on that. I'm sure it's user error. Alright, if we can get to here, I would be happy. That's not that far away. We should have plenty of asphalt there to finish up our little road here. Okay, nice and smooth here. You can see there it's kind of up and down and bumpy. Oh, that's not too bad. I'm quite happy with that. A little bit too critical of myself sometimes, I think. But I mean, if you're good at this game, I'm sure you can make a perfect road. Alright, let's dump the rest of this in here then. And get up this last crest of a hill there. Oops, get that back tire off my paving machine, please, sir. The autosave, can we make it? There we go. Alrighty, so we can go ahead and park this truck up for now. Bit of a lip there. Yeah, it's fine. No big deal. No big deal. Don't really have a parking space for this yet, but we can just... anywhere will do for now. There we go. Alrighty. Little crest there, but that's okay. Straighten ourselves out. Please have enough. Oh my god, we're not going to have enough. Just this last little bit here, please. Well. Yeah. Ah, it's done, it's done, it's done. It's fine, it's fine. I am a little bit short. But yeah. That's okay. So let's go ahead and actually pick up that vehicle. I don't need that for the time being. And let's get some of our machinery that we need over here set down. So this belongs over here. As does this. As does this. One of the L11s, of course. The Sandvik. Okay, so we can kind of lay out what we're doing here again. There's the Sandvik. L11 will do anywhere over around here. Our rock truck has a home parked in this tunnel. The dozer can just go there for now. And our home for this excavator is up top here where we're working on our shelf. Let's just dump that there for now. Ugh, everything's kind of all over the place. Let me fix this real quickly. Yeah, that will do, that will do, that will do. We need to get our tunneler set down here first of all. Actually, where is it? There it is. Go ahead and back my rock truck into its home. Now, I think I'm gonna be keeping this rock truck even when we do manage to get the upgrade, because the upgrade is twice the size, and I think this is probably the biggest rock truck I'm going to be able to back in. So it's going to be like the rock truck for my tunneling machine here, essentially. Okay, let's get this into high gear and get it up that hill there, or that ramp I should say. As you can see, we're getting stuck into some blasted rock ahead of us there. There we go, beautiful. Alright, and that L11 is fine where it is. So let's jump in our little 4x4 here and take a trip down and make sure that that road is okay to drive on with the smaller vehicle, which of course it is because we've just been up and down it many times. It's lumpy and wavy and all over the place here. Can I do a little bit of work there just to flatten that? Yeah, ever so slightly. Oh god. Well, that's not good. Okay. Oh my god. Okay, let's just go into our store here and let's just grab 4 of those. And try and fix this real quickly here. Okay, and one of them perhaps would have been enough. Okay, there we go. A bit more flattening. Alrighty. Happy days. Oh god, here also. I should have just left it alone. But I couldn't. I wonder if it's more efficient to just do it by hand than using the paving machine, but that's no fun. Alrighty, there we go. This bit up here looks quite good actually. Yeah, happy with that. Alrighty, let's get over to our original home, we shall say. Lay our machinery back down where it belongs and maybe do a clean out. We have quite a lot of money now, and I know that the last time I loaded our smelters up it was at max capacity. Let's just say our derricks are working away there nicely too. Alrighty, let's park her up. We should not. Yeah, so we just have 2 machineries, or sorry, 3 machine. Let's go ahead and clean up this inventory slightly. So you belong down here. I need that coal. Pay dirt. Yeah, so we've 3 machines that I'm calling the site's home. And our little paving machine can just park up anywhere there, that's not a problem. There we go. So is this still in production? Yeah, this is still working, so I'm gonna leave that for now. So what I'm thinking is if we look on our map here, this hill in front of us, I'm thinking perhaps I continue my tunnel through all the way to the other side and connect it to the road network there. I guess what really I should do is take a run out there and we have a little bit of gravel mining over there to do, but yeah, I'm not too concerned about continuing this tunnel, but it may be something that we revisit at some point for sure. Let's kind of jump over at the top of our hill here and see what the other side of this hill looks like. I was, when I first started out, kind of building a pad up to the top here, but I ended up going the other direction there, as you can see. We line ourselves up with our tunnel here, and we run straight. What is at the other side here? So I would say underneath us now is our tunnel. So we would come out. We would have to really dig far. Yeah. Perhaps it would just not be worth it. I mean, yeah, we're not coming out anytime soon. Oh. Yeah, so that plan is a no-go. I mean, I guess we could always ramp up in our tunnel if we wanted to. But yeah. Okay, so I think in the next episode there I'm gonna jump in my dozer and do a little bit of more pat making and continue to work on this road infrastructure, let's just call it. Kind of open up some possibilities and make this place look a bit more less desolate. But I was really proud of this dump deck when I first made it with the jewel hopper there, but kind of just feels like a shame not to use this. It is pretty well. I'm not an expert at building these production lines, obviously, but I'm really quite happy with this one here. I'm more happy with this one than the new one, even though they're pretty much the same thing. But yeah. So I'm going to leave it there for now. Cheers for watching. I do appreciate that. All the best to you.